the next big Nintendo Direct and Nintendo Indies today. Coming right up. Welcome back to Sodi Pop right here on YouTube. Today is Tuesday, August 18th. I'm Matty, and this is Chatty with Matty. Now, we would normally do the gaming news recap, or daily gaming news recap, but I had a bunch of issues with my computer. I think eventually something got moved while I was moving all my stuff around in my office and ended up disabling my USB 3.0 card because it was having issues. It was still working, but it was having issues. So finally figured it out. But anyways, it's going to be a shorter video today. We're going to go just over the Nindies presentation, what I thought, also some sales and how you can get a few of these indie games for free. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Of course, I have my wonderful drink. All right, so to start with, we're just going to go ahead and play this Indie World Showcase in the background. Now, this is Hades from Supergiant Games. This game looks phenomenal. I believe it's early access on PCs. I don't think it's fully released yet, but I may have to correct myself later. It is a roguelite, obviously keeps with a fantastic art style. I really like this art style. Now, these are the guys who created Transistor. So you can always pick up Transistor and Bastion for really cheap on pretty much any platform. You should definitely check those out. Really some great battling in there. I'm super excited to actually play it. It's going to come in fall of 2020, so pretty soon, probably in just a couple months. And then if you did play it on this PC, he said you can actually transfer your save data as you keep on going along in this roguelike game. After this, they showed Hypnospace Outlaw, which is a kind of like a 90s internet aesthetic, coming out August 27th. There's a demo out on the eShop right now. Spiritfarer, or Spiritfarer, I should say, is a management game where you are taking spirits from one world over the ocean and then taking them to drop them off to go join the afterlife. It looks actually really fantastic. I actually looked up the Metacritic is pretty high for this game. I think like IGN also gave it a 90, so pretty high. That is out today, so you should go ahead and check that out. Also, there's a game called Garden Story. Looked very similar to Golf Story, but from different creators, so I want to be very clear with that. It's an action adventure game where we rebuild a community that isn't out until 2021, but I am personally super excited for that. Of course, there's Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero, the sequel, coming out early 2021. If you're not familiar, those are under the water survival games. They've been on PC for quite a while. And then a new game which looked interesting called Takeshi and Hiroshi. Both they have claymation, kind of like a movie aesthetic, and then the gameplay looks like almost like a Flash game. So the story is that you are creating a game for your little brother who looks to be ill or maybe terminally ill, and you don't want to make it too hard, but you also want to make it challenging enough. So it looks really nice. That is actually coming out today, so I'm sure you can pick it up right now. There's Raji, an Ancient Epic, which is kind of an Indian lore tale. It's a 3D action adventure game. Looks like an old style. Remember like the old God of War, like 1 and 2? Looks very much like God of War, early God of War, and that is releasing today. I'm curious how it feels actually. There's Bear and Breakfast, which is like this B&B simulator where you play as a bear. Oh, you can see right now, this is Spiritfarer up on the screen. But Bear and Breakfast is a management sim. You turn a junky looking old cabin into a nice B&B. So it's a sim like that. And then apparently you explore it like during the day or night, coming out 2021. A Short Hike, I went and purchased that on the eShop for like $7 on sale right now. Looks really good, kind of an 8-bit aesthetic. In the options for the game, you can choose small pixels or large pixels. Now I'm assuming it means like kind of more 8-bit or like maybe 16-bit aesthetic. Fun looking movement. I can't wait to play it. I just downloaded it on the Switch. Game called Card Shark, which has you playing as an 18th century French society card shark. So you're cheating at cards, trying to get one up, and it looks like people can get pretty upset, even kill you. Torchlight 3, a big game which will be coming out in fall of 2020, so pretty soon. We already have Torchlight 2 on the Switch. Again, it's on sale. We'll cover that later. Top-down Diablo style like game. You are going to build your own forts in Torchlight 3. It also get a special unique pet for the Switch version, the Red Fairy. Manifold Garden was a mind-bending puzzle game. Looked really interesting Evergate, a 2D puzzle platform. I think that's coming out later in the year. I'll have to double check that one. Those last two I'm not quite sure on. And then Untitled Goose Game is getting a 2-player mode on September 23rd. Also, a physical copy is coming sometime later if you're looking for a collector's edition kind of thing. Not open it, put it away, or you're just looking for a physical copy of the game. Overall, I was pretty happy with this. You can see the movement here in Spiritfarer. Now, I was pretty happy with what was going on in this indie. Again, we want a full Nintendo Direct. I think that's what we're going to talk about in just a little bit, and I think we're going to get one. But for what they showed, pretty happy with this. Pretty excited for most of these games, I would say, and all of them are pretty much at a good price. This is Garden Store you see here, so very, very excited. All right, let's go ahead and pause this. Spiritfarer. So that is rated like an 83. Looks really good. Now, if you wanted Spiritfarer and other games for free, we have Game Pass. So this is courtesy posted by a user on Reddit, Melodrama FR. Now we have Spiritfarer is coming. Also, look, there is new Super Lucky's Tale, Resident Evil 7, Wasteland 3, Double Kick Heroes. I mean, there's a whole bunch of games coming to Xbox Game Pass. I just wanted to point this out. Battletoads is there, Don't Starve. I just want to point this out because a lot of the games covered here, number one, Spiritfarer, I think is one of the bigger ones for me, and you might be able to get this for free, $1 for PC, and then $4.99 after that if you're a new sign up. And then if you are on Xbox itself, I believe it's $10 for the basic package, and then $14.99 going on. So if you wanted to just go ahead and check it out, that's a great way to do it. Don't pay for the game. Also, Nintendo is having a sale. As you can see here, we have Exit the Gungeon, Streets of Rage 4 in particular, very, very good. Really enjoy that game for $21.24, just a few dollars off. Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition for $13.99. We also have Subliminal, Torchlight 2, which I want to check out. What the Golf. Also, right below that, we have Dead Cells, which is a really fantastic game. That game that just launched, Takeshi and Hiroshi for $8.09. Again, that just launched today. Or Short Hike for $7.19. I actually went ahead and picked that up, so I'm going to go ahead and check that out myself. Lots of good stuff. Again, everything on sale. Evergate is there on sale for $16.99. That's again a new game. NeoCap I want to check out, and then Hotline Miami Collection. Definitely recommend you pick that up as well. And then finally, when will we see the next Nintendo Direct, the big one? Well, Resetera user here, courtesy of VGC, Video Game Chronicles, says Nate Drake, who outed this week's Indie World Showcase before it was announced, had also mentioned plans for a full Direct to be aired later this month. The information is backed up by prolific scheduling reporter Jeff Grubb, who indicated on Twitter yesterday that Nintendo would have a second event sometime before the end of the month. Remember, we have seen both Xbox really move out of the month of August, and then Sony didn't really have any. They had their State of Play, but they didn't announce much PS5 stuff. So Nintendo can really take over the last of this month. As you can see here, Jeff Grubb's schedule, right above Xboxing Day in September, we see more wild cards from Nintendo. So could we possibly see a big Nintendo Direct? Now, I've gotten lots of rumors for a Nintendo Direct. I never ever report them. This is the most likely, coming from Jeff Grubb, and then this, maybe Insider, who knows, coming from Resetera. So this is the most recent I've seen of like a big Nintendo Direct happening. It makes sense too with what Xbox and PlayStation are currently doing. All right, guys, well, that does it for this short recap of the Nintendo Indies Direct, and then a little look forward at what we could expect the actual big Nintendo Direct event. Again, I did have a lot of issues. I actually had to re-record this second part as well. I think me moving my computer just maybe jostled a few things inside. I have a new setup here, so I had to switch a lot of stuff around. Super happy with it. Once it gets fully up and running, it'll be a little bit easier to create videos for you guys, and then I can capture some gameplay. So if there are any indies that you want me to check out, let me know. Again, I will check out a few of those myself, let you know what I think of them. And then right below, what you're most excited for coming out, is it Torchlight 3? I'm excited for Torchlight 3. It looks pretty decent. So yeah, let me know. Alright, guys, well, that about does it. Again, I'm Matty. Catch me on the 3Ts and IG, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram at SodiPopMedia. Have a wonderful day. Remember,
be yourself
and eat a cookie. Bye.